What's happening, you guys? Working on my instrument cluster for my Chevrolet K1500 pickup truck. Now this is the same setup on the 1500 and on the C1500 K1500. If you recognize how it looks there. And with the glass that usually comes on it, like so, all the gauges. The good thing about this cluster, even though in some ways it's not considered good, but now that I've looked into this setup, it's really easy to work on. So if you have a failed gauge, these can all be replaced individually, which is a good thing. It's basically all just a circuit board related setup, and each gauge has prongs on the back of it that plug right in to those little guys down there in the bottom of the circuit board. So it's really easy to remove each gauge. It's easy to take this whole setup apart. Because I just bought this on eBay, and I'm sure it works fine. But since I have it, out of the vehicle, I'm going to clean it up and lubricate areas that might need it. Checking the bulbs, it's got 14 of these tiny little bulbs throughout the whole thing, in these little spots all over the thing. All these little bulbs are in there, and these are very common little GE bulbs that you can get pretty much anywhere. I believe they're the 194 model 194 bulb that you can get, just about anywhere. But yeah, it has 14 of them. So, if you have any reason to remove your gauge cluster, you might as well remove the bulbs and check them, or even replace them all while you've got it all apart, especially if it's never been done, because, you'd rather not have to tear this thing apart again once you get it out of the vehicle. And very basic tools required. Your Torx T15 is for most of the screws, and as well as a 7/6. I'm sorry, what size is this? One of the tiny little sockets, 7/32 is for the rest of them. And it's really self-explanatory of how it comes apart, how everything is removed. All I've done is clean everything. So I got me some some electronic cleaner spray, and there's a couple of areas that can be lubricated, like if your gear indicator is sticky, which is done with this cord right here that's attached to your steering column housing. If yours is a little sticky, moving back and forth, that is probably because it's dirty along this slider, or it just needs a little bit of maybe some silicone lubricant, something that won't affect plastic is what you should use, of course. And, so it's just a good little maintenance task you could do while your cluster is torn apart. And some other things I used: a regular old toothbrush, a damp sponge, a lint-free cloth, and of course you'll need some compressed air, and nothing too high a pressure. You can either use a little handheld compressed air gun, but I have an air compressor downstairs. But you don't want to blow any of this with any extreme pressure, because everything is kind of delicate as far as how everything moves back and forth. It's pretty delicate stuff. So don't go crazy with your compressed air blowing everything out. But yeah, all I did was blow the stuff with the compressed air and then wipe it with a damp sponge on all the areas. I actually washed the plastic bezel here. I actually washed this in the sink, with mild soap, and made it look like brand new. You take your toothbrush, and clean out, because there'll be dust in various areas. So, a toothbrush seems to be the easiest. So you can just get in everywhere, because even compressed air won't get rid of some of the dust that's in there. So you have to help it along with a little bit of toothbrushing, and then you can take your compressed air and get rid of the rest of it. And then I hit the electronic spray in anything that has a contact. All this stuff has little contacts, and shoot, this thing is more than 20 years old, so it could be a little corrosion on the contacts, and you should inspect yours as well if it looks like there's corrosion going on in there. Of course, you can try to get that off of there with whatever means you can do. And then as far as your odometer and your trip meter and all that, that's probably pretty delicate, because it's all gears and it's held together with just plastic wedges and things. So be real careful around your odometer and speedometer, or your trip meter and odometer. But it can be turned by hand. If you can just imagine that, it can all be turned by hand. So if you're trying to clean these the numbers, you can turn it by hand a little bit. You can turn this guy by hand. Just be careful. Just be real careful working with this stuff. And then you can blow it out, clean it out, brush it out, put her back together, and it should work like new again. And that's my hope, is at least, because I had a problem with, on my existing cluster, the oil pressure gauge was like stuck all the way over here, and I haven't even removed it yet to find out what the problem is. But I'm hoping that it might be fixable. Maybe just something is just stuck or something like that on my existing cluster. And my odometer was not even working at all. You could just hear something clicking down in there. So, now that I've got a duplicate, I bought this on eBay for a nice price. Now that I've got something to copy off of, I'm going to remove the one out of my truck, and shoot, I may be able to fix it. And these things, in restored fashion, are pretty darn expensive on eBay. You can pay $150 for one that's completely restored, with new light bulbs, and you can get the new plexiglass. You can get that on eBay as well. You can get all these parts and pieces new or almost new. And, shoot, if you got one that's just got a few pieces malfunctioning, maybe you can fix it and resell the thing and make a little money off of it. Another cool thing is all this just comes right apart, so that you can get under there with your brush and clean it all out. Now it does plug into the board right there, so you have to be real careful if you're removing any of that, because it's probably pretty fragile. But there are other videos out there on how to remove this from your dashboard area and how to put it back in and all that. That stuff is also pretty self-explanatory, because I am no super mechanic, and I figured this out pretty easily, so I'm sure you can handle it as well. Anyway, yeah, this is for this should fit 1988 to 1991 models, because those are the only ones that have this sort of plug on the back. 88 to 91 Chevy trucks, GMC trucks. So make sure you're looking at the correct thing, because they make other ones that are a little bit newer that some people try to modify and use in their truck, but it has a totally different setup back there. But this one is definitely for 88 to 91 models. Hopefully this will help some of you guys out. Like, subscribe, follow, blah, blah, blah. Got all kinds of stuff working on trucks, cars, motorcycles, lawnmowers, you name it. We try to fiddle with whatever, see if we can fix stuff and maybe help you guys out. So y'all have a good day. Check it out.